Welcome back to FM Storey as we're about to embark on our 10th and probably final season with Athletic Club. We're currently the defending Copa Del Rey champion, so can we repeat as cup winners? And also, can we finally put together a decent title charge that lasts longer than December? Let's find out. Before we do get started, if you do enjoy the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get going. So as we begin season 10, a quick look at the fixture list tells us that we've got a relatively straightforward start to the season. I mean, the first sort of really kind of what you call difficult game is we've got Atletico Madrid the 24th of September, followed by Betis on the 28th, followed by Sociedad on the 5th of October. And then we have Barcelona and Real Madrid back to back to open up December. So hopefully we can get off to a good start and at least keep up with the teams at the top going into that period. One reason we may have a slight chance in terms of the league is that although Real Madrid have won the league every season of the save so far, they are now under new management. Carlo Ancelotti retired in the summer. And when you actually look at the managers in this division, it is a ragtag bunch of people. We've got Slaven Bilic at Atletico Madrid having just taken over from Patrick Vieira. We've got Brendan Rodgers at Real Madrid, despite the fact that a couple of seasons ago he was manager of Atletico Madrid for a season. We've got Simone Inzaghi, we've got Sergio Conceição. I think the only and we've got Pochettino, we've got Thomason. I think the only managers that are still in place that were in place at the start of the save, now that Ancelotti's retired, are me and Xavi. In terms of incomings to the club during the summer, the only player we've signed is Inigo Marino, who was released by Chelsea. We've picked him up on a free transfer just on the chance that he could develop into something, and we've sent him out on loan to Elche just to play football, because he obviously hasn't, since he left Real Madrid's C team, Real Sociedad's C team. So since he left Real Sociedad's C team, he hasn't really played. So hopefully if we get some games under him, we can potentially turn him into a viable option for us. In terms of outgoings, Martin Zubimendi's gone to Monterrey for $5.25 million. Danny Rodriguez, his loan spell turned into a permanent deal with Napoli. Ander Guevara has gone on a free transfer to Deportivo. And then we sent some of the younger players out on loan, especially the one I'm interested in going out on loan is Vallejo, because when Maturana went out on loan, he came back last season, and the consistent game time had really helped his development. So hopefully the same with Vallejo as well. In terms of potential transfers in for us, we've made an offer for Ander Berenice from Real Madrid. He's a player that's always kind of popped up as an option for us, but was always out of the price range. But he's now been transfer listed by Real Madrid, so if anything, just someone, an extra player who can play in the wide positions or up front with his experience as well. It should be a good deal, especially for the value that we would be getting him for, but we just need to wait and see what happens with the offer. We are at the end of August and the transfer window is now closed. We did bring in Ander Barnetcha for $23.5 million. Can play all the way down the left hand side, can play wide right, can play up front. Seems a no-brainer for someone of that experience for that age, and that price. I mean, we signed him for $23.5 million. He's already valued at 38 to 49, so it was a bit of a bargain. So we've played 2 games this season in the league already, and we've won them both. We started with a 3-0 victory at home against Real Sporting, and we came out of the blocks and just hammered them. We were 3-0 up after half an hour. Gave us a chance to get some players on in the second half to give them an outing. And we managed to stop them from even having a shot on target. So all in all, a pretty decent first game of the season. And then we followed that up by going to Girona and winning 4-1. Again, we came out the blocks pretty quickly. We were 3-0 up after 42 minutes. They pulled a great goal back just before half-time. Gronbeek bended it into the top corner. But Hill and John Guerrero had another in the second half, and we ran out comfortable 4-1 for winners.
kept things pretty tight, and we took some of the chances that we had for once. Things have started the season looking pretty well, but we just need to build on this because we know we've got a decent start to the season until we get to the Atletico Madrid, Betis and Sociedad games. The only player from the what would be the normal first team lineup that's missing is Javi Lopez. He picked up an injury in the first game and he's not quite ready to be back yet. We're going to play Baronetcha on the left instead of Nico Serrano, just to see how he gets on. He started the previous game, but I don't think he's match fit yet. So just a case of getting some games into him. Otherwise, the rest of the team is pretty much our first choice team, and hopefully we can continue the good run we've started on. Right, Guillamon with a corner. Quintilla flicked it on, smashed one by Danny Vivian, but I think he was standing in an offside position when it came off. It's been awarded. I thought when Quintilla headed it, Danny Vivian was offside, but he wasn't. But there was definitely someone right in front of the goalkeeper. I'm surprised that one's been given. I mean, we've really dominated that first half. They've not had a single shot. The only thing that concerns me about the first half is we had 15 shots, 11 of them on target, and we've only scored one goal. We need to be like we were in the first two games and be a bit more clinical with these chances. But as long as we can keep it tight at the other end, things are looking promising. Right, so we've made 3 changes at half time. We've brought on Montero, we've brought on Macherano, we've brought on Benito, just to give them a bit of a run out and hope to see whether the fresh legs can be a bit more clinical out there. Right, Montero to Marino, Ibanez to Macherano, into Julian John Guerrero, and he hits the side netting. I think that Uregi's header, the keeper just about kept it out, and then Mikel Marino on the follow-up just to make sure. And I feel a lot more comfortable now at 2-0 because, as we saw, that last highlight of theirs, all it takes is one break for them to get a chance. Right, Vivian picked the ball up at the back. Hugo Guillamon gives it away. And that's going to be a red card, which we could really do without. Right, so they've got a corner. Right, Sunset meets it. Can we get the ball away, please? Get your head on it. Oh, I've got a feeling this is going to come straight back the other way. We've won it though, and then given it away. What a save by Fernandez that is. This is gone from being really comfortable to us really hanging on. A really good job we did get the second. Right, that's got to be game over now, referee. We played well for like the first 53 minutes until we got 2 goals up. And then after that red card, it looked like we were going to concede every time they came forward. Luckily, we kept another clean sheet, but we need to be better than we were in that second half going forward. We're coming towards the end of September and our first big game in the league this season, like away at Atletico. Obviously, they're struggling a bit so far. They're only 13th in the table. We have won every game we've played in the league and the Champions League so far this season. Since the victory over Granada, we've played 3 games in all competitions, 2 in the league, 1 in the Champions League, and we've won them all without conceding a goal. The first game in September, after the international break, was at home to Espanyol. We got off to a good start with a header from Quintilla from a Guillamon corner, and then basically controlled the game, didn't give them any chances, and then Sunset popped up with a late goal to secure the victory. We then began our Champions League campaign at home to FC Copenhagen, and honestly, probably our toughest game so far this season. We did take an early lead through Ander Benita, And then they had a few chances, but Nico Serrano's penalty and then a goal from Julian Guerrero in the second half secured a 3-0 victory for us, and a decent start which we needed, because coming up in the next couple of Champions League games we've got Liverpool and Bayern Munich. And then in the most recent game we went away to Malaga and won 2-0. Unai Ribeiro popped up with both goals, and another one where we didn't really look under much threat, and really it was a pretty comfortable victory. And obviously hopefully we can continue this recent form into the game against Atletico. Going into the game against Atletico, we've got a full squad available. We've made 2 changes from the last game, in that Javi Lopez has come back in at left back. He's now back to full fitness, and Nico Serrano's come in instead of Barrenetxea on the left-hand side. Quite scary to see this starting with Kubo, Goncalves and Jackson, because all 3 of them have caused us problems in the last couple of seasons. But hopefully we can continue our decent start to the season into this game. Right, they've got a free kick. We've got a head on it, but we've not cleared the box. Another free kick for them. And we've got the head on it again, but again we haven't cleared the box. But Javi Lopez has nicked it back, and he's racing clear. Merino, back to Javi Lopez, Nico Serrano, Unai Ribeiro, 1-0. I mean, based on the highlights we've seen, it's very, very much against the runner play. But Unai Ribeiro's been lethal so far this season. We're obviously giving away quite a lot of free kicks in our defensive half. Fernandes has gone along, Julian Guerrero to Ribeiro to Serrano, back to 100. Oh, good save by the keeper. Right, Serrano with the in-swinging corner. And we've got another one. Right, back to Serrano and another corner. We're starting to put them under a bit of pressure, keep them penned back. Right. Javi Lopez's cross. And Pablo Uregi at the back post. Not had the best of starts to the season, but he's still popped up with a couple of goals. And he's lethal at that. He just continually wins headers at the back post and gave the keeper no chance. Pretty happy with that. I think it's probably slightly lucky based on the runner play to be 2 up. But there was a spell where we pinned them back in their own half for a little while, but we are giving away stupid free kicks and giving away corners, which have traditionally been a bit of our downfall. Right, can we get our head on this? Uregi to Julian Guerrero, Unai Ribeiro through to Nico Serrano. We're starting to look like we've got the makings of something special here. This was definitely our hardest game so far this season, and at the moment, touch wood, fingers crossed and all that, and we're coming through with flying colours. Fernandes, Danny Vivian, Merino, Benito, Serrano, Ribeiro, and Benito. Oh! In off the underside of the bar, 4-0 up. Really, looking at the XG, is slightly undeserved, but we are looking seriously good at the moment. I'm keeping the ball well. Ochoa, Merino has given the ball away. I mean, thank God we were 4-0 up at that point. If we're going to concede a goal like that, I don't mind doing it so much at 4-0.
It was a nice 3-ball and a decent finish. Another outstanding performance. I mean, I think we got lucky on the margin of the scoreline, just when you look at the XG. But 6 wins from 6 in the league, 1 win from winning the Champions League. This has the makings of something special, but having said that, we've got Liverpool next in the Champions League, so we'll probably end up getting hammered 4 or 5-0. And that's the end of this episode. It's been an outstanding start to the season. Join us next time to see how long we can continue this good run of form. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.